Hey, it's Seth from Citizens Disability. Today, I'm going to tell you what you need to know about applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits in the Show Me State, Missouri. Every state is different. That's obvious and everyone knows it. What's less obvious, what most folks don't know, is that applies to SSDI claims, or Social Security disability insurance claims, as well. Because of the way the Social Security Administration structures this process, the state you live in has a real effect on an applicant's waiting times and their likelihood of winning their benefits at each step of the process. We track this data pretty closely. We've updated our numbers as we do every year in February, so this Missouri data is certified fresh for 2021. Now, as you may know from watching some of our other videos, and there's plenty of them, there's basically 3 steps in the SSDI application process. You got the initial application, reconsideration, and the hearing. Now, the first 2 steps, the initial application and reconsideration, are handled at the state level by state-run disability determination services who work on behalf of the Social Security Administration and follow all the same rules and same regulations. As you can see from this chart coming in from the right, over the past year in Missouri, about 40.4%, that's 40.4%, of initial applications for SSDI benefits were improved. And you can see how that compares to the national average here of 38.4%. It's a difference of 1.9%, rounded 2% to the good side. Missouri's ahead of the curve. And you can see how Missouri has done over the last decade or so, going back to 2010. And although Missouri has slightly declined from 2019 to 2020, you can see that they've continued to stay above that national average since 2017. As we made this video in February 2021, Missouri ranks 24th in the nation in terms of rate of approvals at the initial level. And that's not bad at all. But still, it does mean that about 6 out of every 10 applications for SSDI benefits are being denied in Missouri at the initial level. Now, if those odds make you a little bit worried, thinking about your own potential claim, yeah, it's understandable, but there's no reason to panic. First reason not to panic is there's people like us here at Citizens Disability, specialized disability advocates who can help with the application process to improve a claimant's chances of success at each step of the process. And if you want to see how an advocate could help you with your claim, click this little banner up here in the top right. You can watch a video all about it. Second reason not to panic is that being denied at initial application does not have to be the end of the road. That's because when people get denied at initial application, typically they're going to appeal that denial and they're going to ask for reconsideration, or recon as we call it. Reconsideration is also handled at the state level. As this chart coming in from the right will show you, it is actually pretty rare for people to get approved at reconsideration. You can see that reflected in both the Missouri data and the national data. Missouri, with an approval rate of 17.8%, is a pretty good chunk ahead of the national average of 13.7%, but that's still pretty low. You can see how Missouri has done over the last 10 years as well, and we can see that Missouri has fluctuated over the past 10 years, but does continue to stay above the national average. Overall, in 2021 so far, Missouri ranks 8th in the nation in terms of approval at reconsideration. Now, the majority of people who apply for SSDI in the United States do have to go to that 3rd stage in the process called the hearing. And that's going to be true for Missouri as well, even with these decent approval rates at initial and recon. We got a ton of information on our website and other videos here on YouTube all about the hearing process. If you want to get all the details, you can even see what a hearing is actually like. Again, just click this little banner up here in the top. But the short version is, if you've been denied at reconsideration, you're going to appeal that denial and you're going to go to a hearing in front of an administrative law judge who works for the Social Security Administration at the federal level. This is another area where all the states are very different. Most states have at least one, but usually several SSA hearing locations throughout the state. And each individual office has their own waiting times and their own approval rates. Now, in this chart coming in from the right, you can see how Missouri fares on average across all of their offices against the national average for approval rate at hearing. And it looks like through 2020 and into 2021 so far, Missouri is coming in at 42% on average. Compare that to the national average of 51.1%, and that's going to put Missouri ranking 42nd in the nation. Now, when you appeal and ask for a hearing, you should know that it can take a pretty long time for that hearing to actually happen. And of course, we have a video all about that too. See it up there. When it comes to hearing wait times for Missouri, we can see them in this chart in blue. We got the national average of 11.4 months of waiting times before the hearing, and we can see that the average across the state of Missouri is 11.3 months, just a little bit ahead of the average. As you can see, we have more than one hearing location in Missouri. You can see that the shortest waiting time in the state is at the Kansas City office with a waiting time of 10.7 months, and the longest waiting time in the state is at St. Louis National Hearing Center with a waiting time of 12.3 months. And although Missouri's waiting time is just slightly less than the national hearing waiting time, you can see that we still have two offices here with longer waiting times. You can also see that each office has its own approval rates. Those are the red bars. In looking at the 2020 data leading into 2021, we can see that the best situation is that St. Louis National Hearing Center with an approval rate of 49.6%. Things are a little less rosy looking, though, at the Springfield office with a rate of 30.5%. And although the St. Louis NHC has the longest wait time in the state, they also do have that highest approval rate inside Missouri. However, the overall approval rate of 49.6%, still trailing that national average by around 1.5%, slightly behind that curve. So looking at all the data, we can see that for approval rates at hearing, Missouri, as we had said, ranks 42nd in the nation, while for hearing waiting times, Missouri is ranking 20th in the nation. The important thing to remember here is that these waiting times we're talking about for Missouri and for these individual offices, those are average waiting times. Some folks may get their hearings quicker than these average times that we're showing you, but some people will have to wait longer, sometimes even a lot longer than these average numbers. Now, we got a lot more data about Missouri at our website, www.citizensdisability.com. You can check it out by visiting us. Click on our state-by-state page and click into your state. We update our data every year so you can stay current on what's happening and have up-to-date information at your fingertips. Now, if you are thinking about applying for SSDI benefits, no matter where you are in the country, we strongly encourage you to please get help from a disability advocate, like us here at Citizens Disability, or a local specialist attorney. Especially after looking at all of these approval rate numbers we've shown you for initial recon and hearing, you want to have the best possible chance at getting approved. That's what an advocate can help you with. At Citizens Disability, we've been helping regular folks all across America apply for and win their SSDI benefits, and we've been doing it for over a decade. No advocacy group is more aggressive than we are, and no one handles more cases per year than we do. If you'd like to see if we can help you, no problem. Just come visit us. Again, it's www.citizensdisability.com, or you can just call us at the number on the screen. Hey, thanks for watching our video about applying for SSDI benefits in the Show Me State, Missouri. If you liked what you saw here and you want to see more, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down there and ring the bell so you can get a notification when we publish more videos. Also, do us a favor, tell us what you think in the comments section down there. We got a ton of content on the SSDI process, how it all works, and how we can help you. So please do feel free to explore both on our website and here at YouTube. I hope I see you again soon for another video. Until then, I'll just say thanks for watching, and of course, have a great day.